Alright, what is up, y'all? It is Black and White Country, and we are here in the old basement. It's kind of like a basement, except that's the basement that way, and this is underneath the house. But this is kind of where I just fuck around and make shit at home, since I don't have a shop yet. Y'all know me, y'all know I do mobile welding. And so I haven't done a tour of my rig truck yet. I'm trying to get it finished before I show y'all, and run into some problems with it. But I am going to give y'all a little bit of a lesson. If you want to get started in welding, I'm going to show you everything you need and nothing that you don't. And I'm going to tell you how to get started in welding. First off, what you're going to want to do, get a welder. This is a clutch. I'm pretty sure it's the, what does it say on it? Yeah, ST80i. You want to get a stick welder. Stick welders are great because you can weld with them anywhere. Inside, outside. You really should weld with them outside. But, you know, you're not limited. You could go to someone's house and do a repair on outside on a handrail, or fix someone's trailer in their driveway or anything like that. This is a 110 welder. This is a great welder to learn how to weld on. You know, some people might not want to recommend one of these for a company, but even if you weld professionally, I've never overheated this welder once. I think I did all of these passes on this old piece of scrap. I think I did every single one of those passes at the same night, and it did not overheat, and it was just one after the other. If I had better editing skills, I would show you some of the projects I built down here, because occasionally people ask me to build something for them in the shop, and I do it. But until I get a real shop, I'm stuck with this, and I don't mind this. I really don't. But stick welders are great. This thing has good clamps, you know. It works good. I mean, I've burned rods all the way down to the ends, and it's still good. It's still in good shape. But you're gonna want to get a stick welder. It doesn't matter if you get a Lincoln Tombstone or a Hobart Stickmate or a little Miller. I don't know what the Miller one is called, but it doesn't matter. It really don't. You got to get a stick welder and learn how to use it. Watch some YouTube videos. Befriend somebody who is find someone who you or your parents know who knows how to weld, and ask them if they can show you some tricks, give you some tips, give you some pointers. That's what I did. All right. The second thing you're gonna need to be able to weld, and this is an important thing, is a grinder. Notice, and I want y'all to notice, like, this is all really low end stuff. This is gonna get you through until you make enough money to buy, you know, things like that. I mean, if you're gonna buy a Milwaukee chop saw brand new, you're looking at $300. I picked this thing up for $100. You know. Also, if you want to find good tools, real tool companies build tools that last. So don't hesitate to buy a used tool from a friend or on well, I would say hesitate on eBay. If you can do it on Craigslist, that'd be better because you can check it out in person. But like this grinder, if I can flip the switch, and it's not plugged in, of course, is a good grinder. I am partial to the Drill Masters. I don't have any problem with the Ryobis or the or any of the other cheaper grinders you can get your hands on, some of the Porter cables. I love Porter cable stuff. It's great. But the thing about the Drill Masters, it's a Harbor Freight special. This is a $14 regular price grinder. I think I picked this one up. I picked this one up for like $9 or something on a tent sale or whatever. But these things are great because you can have, you can go into Harbor Freight, pick up some rods, do whatever, and just go in planning on picking one of these things up, and you can have one on a wire wheel, one on a wire cup, one on a flap disc, one on a cutoff wheel, one on a hard rock, and then you don't have to change out wheels, and you could build a rack and just have all your grinders sitting right there on the rack. So you gotta have a welder, gotta have a grinder, gotta have a hood. This is not my first hood. This is actually a hood that I just used down here. This is a Chicago Electric auto darkening hood. It's got external controls, which I like better, but it's got a grind mode on it, which is nice, so you're not getting hit in the face. Because even if you got safety glasses on, you can still get hit in the face. Ask me how I know. I got hit with a piece of slag on my neck the other day, and it burned me severely bad. You're gonna need gloves. These are hard to read, but they say Steiner on them. These are pretty good. Any glove will work, if you're just practicing out. But you want to get a glove that's got good insulation on it, because if you get a cheap pair of stick gloves and you go to like grab a rod that's like stuck to a piece of material, or just hold the rod, while you're learning, because you hold the clamp with one hand and you hold the rod with your other hand, you can the rods get hot, and the cheaper gloves burn you almost instantly, as where a glove like this doesn't do that. But the thing about the grinder is you can cut material, you can prep material, you can finish material with the grinder. Welder, grinder are the two most important tools to your business. Safety glasses, welding helmet, a chipping hammer. I made this chipping hammer, but you can just buy a cheap whatever chipping hammer. They're all the exact fucking same. Wire brush. I really don't use the wire brush anymore ever since I got wire wheels for the grinder. They work so much better. And that's really about all you would need to just start off. I mean, I can't tell you, I made so much money in high school just, walking around telling people that I knew how to weld. And I'd do welding jobs on the farm, and my uncles would pay me, and some of my older cousins would pay me to fix shit for them and things like that. And I'd go around to the other farms and fix stuff for other farmers. And that's how I made money. Must have made thousands of dollars with just this setup, because I was too cheap to spend any of my money to buy new stuff. And look at me now. I got all kinds of shit. This is a fraction. Most of the stuff's sitting on the truck. But other things that I would invest in early on would be a cordless tool set of some kind. I'd probably not go for like anything from Harbor Freight. Or I wouldn't get I'd probably, personally, for a young guy starting out, I'd get a Porter cable set or a rigid. Just because those are good sets. Get an impact driver, get a drill. That way you can drill holes in material if you're gonna bolt something together. Because you're not just a welder, you're also a fabricator. And there's a big difference. You can learn how to weld. Being a fabricator is very important. And I'll probably make another video about doing general fabrication. Oh, other thing you need: vice grips and step over clamps. Very, very, very valuable tool to have in the shop is These are just a big pair. This is a big step over pair, but this is a very, very valuable tool to have in the shop. And on the road, you gotta have stuff like this. And that's really all you need. That's it, guys. And I'm not knocking anybody else's YouTube videos, but everybody has to start somewhere. And if you want to be in business welding for yourself, the best way to learn how to do that is to start when you're young, and you don't have to have a business license, and you don't have to pay taxes on it. And you can learn all the mistakes without having to worry about your head going underwater. Alright, this has been Black and White Country, and I will see y'all in the next video.